Prince William joined the Welsh Guards at their Christmas party at their barracks in Windsor, where he helped serve up Christmas dinner before joining them for a festive drink. The image is striking: a prince, the colonel of a historic regiment, not merely presiding over a function, but actively engaging in the humbling task of service. This wasn't a fleeting handshake or a staged photo opportunity. This was the genuine, sleeves-rolled-up commitment of a man who understands that true leadership is often found at the lowest rung. In a world where status often dictates distance, William chose proximity. He chose the camaraderie, the shared labor, the unspoken respect that comes from knowing you are valued not just for your rank, but for your willingness to join the team. Prince William served up Christmas pudding before enjoying pints with troops after joining their festive party. The Prince of Wales, who is Colonel of the Welsh Guards, stopped by their barracks in Windsor for a private visit where he joined in with the Christmas spirit. This private visit speaks volumes about the ethos William is cultivating within his sphere of influence. It was an intentional act, escaping the relentless glare of the public eye to foster a relationship built on trust and mutual respect with the soldiers who embody the very spirit of the nation's defense. The Welsh Guards are not just a uniform, they are individuals, fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters who dedicate their lives to duty. And here was their colonel, making time to acknowledge the sacrifices they make, especially during the emotional weight of the holiday season when every soldier is acutely aware of the distance separating them from their own families. Prince William started off by helping to serve Christmas pudding to those in the junior ranks before heading to the sergeant's mess, where he caught up with the 1st Battalion over drinks. The deliberate choice to serve the junior ranks first is a powerful, symbolic gesture of respect and inverted hierarchy. In the military, the junior ranks often bear the heaviest burdens and the longest hours. For the Prince of Wales to personally hand them their pudding, a small, classic comfort of Christmas, before moving to the senior ranks, reinforced the message that those who serve on the front lines, literally and figuratively, are his priority. Then, the shift to the sergeant's mess for drinks marked the transition from ceremonial duty to genuine dialogue. There, he learned about what they had been up to since he last paid them a visit and heard about their recent exercise in Kenya. This is where the human element truly anchors the story. The soldiers weren't sharing abstract reports, they were sharing stories, tales of deployment, the challenging heat of the Kenyan exercises, the grit and determination required to train far from home. These are the anecdotes that can never be captured in a formal briefing. William, by simply sitting, listening, and sharing a drink, validated their experiences and acknowledged the profound reality of their work. A leader's most powerful tool is often deep, focused listening, which fosters an atmosphere where service members feel seen, not just utilized. Pictures of the private visit were shared on William and Kate's official social media accounts with the message, "Happy Christmas to the Welsh Guards. Proud to be Colonel of Regiment, and to serve pudding to the junior ranks this year. A huge thank you to the soldiers and families of the Welsh Guards for everything you do." The public acknowledgement on social media transforms the private visit into a national tribute. The message is simple yet profound, extending the gratitude not just to the uniformed soldiers but explicitly to the families, the silent, formidable backbone of military life. It is the families who manage the worry, the long absences, and the instability of military postings. In recognizing them, the prince acknowledged the complete circle of sacrifice that keeps the regiment functional and focused. William became Colonel of the Welsh Guards 2 years ago, assuming the role from his father the King, after his accession to the throne. This transfer of patronage is a moment of deep historical resonance, underscoring the continuity of the Crown's commitment to the armed forces. The role of colonel is not merely titular, it carries with it a legacy of royal support and personal connection that dates back generations. By inheriting this post from King Charles III, William steps into a responsibility that links the past, present, and future of the monarchy's relationship with its military. He had previously been Colonel of the Irish Guards, but this role has now been given to the Princess of Wales. This passing of the torch within the royal family highlights a strategic distribution of military duties, ensuring that both the future king and queen consort are deeply engaged with key regiments. It signifies a shared commitment to military welfare, spreading the vital connection and personal touch across different arms of service. He last visited them in November 2024, when he wore full military uniform and joined troops for live firing exercises on Salisbury Plain. The contrast between the November visit, full military uniform, live firing exercises, the stark reality of combat readiness, and the recent Christmas party could not be more vivid. It illustrates the dual reality of the soldier's life, the intense focus on operational readiness and the essential need for downtime, community, and recognition. William participates authentically in both, showing he is prepared to share the intensity of the field and the conviviality of the barracks. The battalion has led a number of historical ceremonial events, including the funeral for Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth and the coronation of King Charles in 2023. They have now pivoted back to field army duties. The Welsh Guards stand as keepers of national memory, performing roles that are indelibly etched into the historical consciousness of the United Kingdom. To have played a central role in the two most significant state events of the last decade, the farewell to one monarch and the welcome of another, is an honor and a colossal professional achievement. Yet, duty is relentless. The pivot back to field army duties is the silent, essential transition that the public rarely sees, the shift from the polished, ceremonial precision of the parade ground to the mud, grit, and strategic demands of global deployment. The prince's visit was a timely moment of thanks before their focus fully returned to the operational grind. Christmas tree, the royal children, and the power of connection. It comes as last week, William joined wife Kate as they officially kicked off the countdown to Christmas with her annual carol concert, where their children got into the festive spirit of togetherness when they left their names on a symbolic tree. While the prince was connecting with soldiers, the entire family was reinforcing the theme of community at the heart of the holidays. The annual carol concert, driven by the Princess of Wales, serves as a powerful gathering point, not just a performance. It is a space designed to champion the charities and individuals whose commitment to community work often goes unsung. Prince George, 12, Princess Charlotte, 10, and Prince Louis, 7, joined their parents at Kate's annual Together at Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey and enjoyed an evening of seasonal songs. The presence of the three young royals, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, is a deliberate and heartwarming inclusion, ensuring that the next generation understands that their privilege comes with the responsibility of engagement. Their enjoyment of the seasonal songs is relatable, grounding their status in the universal joy of childhood Christmas traditions. As they arrived, the smartly dressed trio hung loops of red paper bearing their handwritten names on a connection tree. It represents togetherness and the importance of moments of connection, and was covered with paper chains created as each guest left a loop with their name. This connection tree is a deeply emotive visual metaphor for the Princess of Wales's entire charitable philosophy, particularly her focus on early childhood development and mental wellness. Each paper loop, bearing a handwritten name, represents an individual's unique life and contribution. By joining them together, the structure physically illustrates the fundamental human need for community and belonging. For the children to participate, to physically write their names and contribute to this symbolic chain, was a powerful lesson in collective identity, showing them that even the future king and princesses are but one loop in the vast chain of society. Kate arrived at the Abbey without her family and, before the service began, met some of the stars performing or giving readings, including Hollywood actors Kate Winslet, Chiwetel Ejiofor and singer Katie Melua. The gathering of cultural figures, from Hollywood royalty to musical talent, underscores the breadth of influence the monarchy can leverage for good causes. This is a carefully curated moment designed to harness the power of celebrity to shine a brighter spotlight on the true heroes, the community workers and volunteers being honored. She told Dan Smith, lead singer with Bastille, that her children had been looking forward to the service. They're really excited, it's become such a tradition. This final quote is the key that unlocks the emotional resonance of the entire event. It is the simple, heartfelt admission of a mother who cherishes a newly formed, meaningful tradition. For the royal children, the service is not just duty, it is excitement, anticipation, and a sense of belonging. The fact that the royal family is actively building these meaningful traditions, whether serving pudding to soldiers or hanging names on a connection tree, is how they are quietly and effectively defining what it means to be a modern royal, leading not just from a pedestal, but from the heart of the community. These actions, whether behind the barracks wall or within the majestic confines of Westminster Abbey, are all threads in the same tapestry, weaving a message of service, connection, and profound, shared humanity.